Now, Mike Stevens is no stranger to this birthday party, and he joins us from the Queen City. Here's the King.
Keith, good afternoon to you. As a matter of fact, I am on top of a patio of the next door neighbor of the house I grew up in. So you got to have connections to get a view like this.
No doubt.
Right behind me, you can see literally thousands and thousands of lawn chairs behind me and the stage where the Statler brothers will be performing tonight. Right now, a bluegrass band has the stage for about the next 30 minutes. These folks lined up since 1 o'clock on Friday to get those prime seats and to get inside Gypsy Hill Park to get a bird's eye view of the Statlers' final concert. It'll be wild tonight, but the real madness actually began this morning around 10 o'clock. More than 70,000 Independence Day flag wavers lined Gypsy Hill Park for this morning's parade. And right at the front of the procession, on horseback, was none other than Governor George Allen leading the way.
Oh, heck, that's the least I could do on behalf of all the people of Virginia, thanking the Statler brothers again for their giving back to the community and all the joy and happiness they've brought. Before I was governor, even running, I came to Statler brother concert, so to speak.
While Allen took a load off his feet, U.S. Senate candidate Oliver North decided to hoof it with a number of veterans at his side. Both he and Amherst Republican Vance Wilkins put politics on the back burner today to sing the Statler brothers' praises.
They have been absolutely great for the state, and not only that, they didn't forget the roots. They came back home and put something back in the community that they came from. And I guess the best part of it is that they didn't get into the drugs and the things like that. They projected a wholesome image and a good image for the kids to follow. I think that's the best part of the whole thing. And not only did they come back, they were somebody we were glad to have come back.
What a wonderful 25-year tradition of what it's like to come from small-town America, succeed beyond anyone's wildest imaginings, and yet keep their roots and keep their values. I think they've been a great inspiration.
Statler's Harold and Don Reed spent part of the afternoon watching their children perform on the main stage. Tonight at 8:30, they'll perform for the 25th and final time during the Happy Birthday USA festivities.
The greatest feeling of accomplishment, Mike, I guess the greatest feeling is you're born, you're raised in your hometown, and then you're paid that kind of honor. You're able to do it. It's almost like living a fairy tale. It truly is. And it's still our hometown. And everything next week will kind of go back to normal, and we'll just go on about our business. And it's great that the people allow you to do that. I don't know if there's anybody in the history of mankind that's ever been able to do that before or not. It's a great feeling.
And indeed, it's been a great feeling for the Statler brothers today. They've got several doses of reality during this final Happy Birthday USA celebration. Not only did they get to hear their children sing this afternoon, but also the Coachmen, a band that played here with the Statlers in that very first celebration 25 years ago, reunited today. We'll hear from Bob Campbell of that group, plus 3 of Harold Reed's daughters. That's all coming up at 6 o'clock, Keith, so there's lots more from Happy Birthday USA to go today.
Now, Mike, I've got one question for you. For years, you've been reported as the 5th Statler. Are you going to be performing tonight, or are you denying those allegations?
Patrick and Keith, there is no way I will be performing tonight. And Patrick, there is plenty for you to eat here, however. I am not bringing you a thing. You need to be here to get it in person, buddy.
I'm on my way then, Mike. Thanks very much for that nice report.
More than a half hour before showtime, the crowd of more than 100,000 had already spilled out of the park and into nearby streets. And by the time the Statlers left their tour bus and stepped on stage, fans from all 50 states and 19 foreign countries had made the trek to Stanton to help them celebrate their 25th and final Happy Birthday USA bash. The entertainers on and off the record, as always, mix some humor with their music.
It's about the big jogger. You know who that is? I guess you mean the president. Yeah. No, I'm talking about her husband, Bill.
Despite the Democratic slam, the Statlers went out of their way to welcome Senator Chuck Robb and his wife to the festivities.
This has been good for Stanton, been good for this whole area of Western Virginia, and it's good for America. And that's one of the nice things that about Happy Birthday USA. The only problem is this is the last one.
Robb's concert appearance helped offset a Republican bonanza earlier in the day, as Governor George Allen led the parade on horseback and Oliver North stood side by side with Uncle Sam. But the politicians were no match for the Statler children. 6 of Harold and Don Reed's children joined forces on stage for a performance that won't soon be forgotten by the fans or the fathers.
It's a little bit sad, you know, the last year and all. You know, there's a lot of memories going through your head from 20, and I remember all of them. I was 9 years old the first one. So it's a big day.
Now, I've done this every 4th of July as long as I can remember. So it'll be an adjustment next year, but I guess we'll just have a family picnic.
You're born, you're raised in your hometown, and then you're paid that kind of honor. You're able to do it. It's almost like living a fairy tale. It truly is. And it's still our hometown. And everything next week will kind of go back to normal, and we'll just go on about our business. And it's great that the people allow you to do that. I don't know if there's anybody in the history of mankind that's ever been able to do that before now. It's a great feeling.
Now that the Statlers have wrapped up 25 years of 4th of July celebrations, the people in Stanton must now decide what to call this event in future years and what type of form this celebration will take. In Stanton, Mike Stevens, News 7.